In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on February 22nd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Wild versus Detroit Red Wings. This Saturday afternoon, hockey fans are in for a treat as the Minnesota Wild travel to face the Detroit Red Wings in a non-conference NHL showdown at Little Caesars Arena. Both teams are looking to build momentum as they return to action following the Four Nations face-off tournament break. The Wild, currently sitting third in the Central Division with a record of 33-19-4 and 70 points, are riding a 2-game winning streak. Their most recent victory was a decisive 6-3 win at home against the New York Islanders on February 8th. On the other side, the Red Wings, fifth in the Atlantic Division with a 28-22-5 record and 61 points, are coming off a 6-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning on the same date. This marks the first of 2 meetings between these teams this week, with the second game scheduled in Minnesota on Tuesday. The Minnesota Wild are stepping back onto the ice for the first time since the tournament break, and they'll be looking to carry forward the momentum from their pre-break performance. In their last game, they secured a 6-3 victory over the New York Islanders, thanks in large part to goaltender Filip Gustavsson. Gustavsson had been solid in his first 2 starts before joining Team Sweden for the Four Nations face-off tournament, where his performance was mixed. He was pulled in his most recent start against Team Finland, leaving some questions about his current form. As the Wild head to Detroit, all eyes will be on Gustavsson to see how he rebounds from his tournament experience and whether he can regain his earlier consistency. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings are hoping the tournament break didn't disrupt their recent strong form. Prior to the break, they suffered a 6-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning, but their overall performance in recent weeks has been impressive. Since January 23rd, the Red Wings have won 7 of their last 8 games and have gone 7-1 in their past 9 outings. They've also been dominant against Western Conference teams, winning 5 straight matchups since January 27th. Goaltender Cam Talbot is expected to start for Detroit, and he'll have some extra motivation facing the Wild, having spent 2 seasons with Minnesota from 2020 to 2022. During his time with the Wild, Talbot started 81 games and recorded 51 wins, making this a meaningful matchup for him. One area where these teams differ significantly is in face-off performance. The Wild currently rank 27th in the NHL with a 47% face-off win rate, while the Red Wings sit at 19th with a 50.4% success rate. This could play a crucial role in controlling the flow of the game. Another notable gap is in power play efficiency. Minnesota's power play has struggled, ranking 24th in the league with an 18.9% conversion rate, while Detroit boasts one of the best power plays in the NHL, sitting third with a 28% success rate. Special teams could be a deciding factor in this matchup. Historically, home ice has been a significant advantage in this rivalry. While the Wild have been one of the strongest and most profitable road teams in the NHL this season, the Red Wings were on a roll before the break and could pick up where they left off. Detroit's recent form suggests they have the potential to continue their strong play, and a win here would help them stay competitive in the Eastern Conference playoff race. Given their recent performance and the value they offer, the Red Wings are an appealing choice to start strong out of the break. The Red Wings have been on fire lately, and there's some uncertainty around how Gustavsson will perform after his inconsistent showing in the Four Nations tournament, so the Detroit Red Wings money line is our full game side pick. Offensively, both teams have been finding the back of the net with relative ease in their recent games. The Wild are averaging 2.4 goals per game over their last 5 outings, while the Red Wings have been even more prolific, scoring 3.7 goals per game in their previous 3 contests. Defensively, however, both teams have had their struggles. Minnesota ranks 27th in the NHL, allowing 30.2 shots on goal per game, while Detroit isn't far behind, sitting 21st with 29.1 shots against per game. With both teams showing offensive firepower and defensive vulnerabilities, this game could see plenty of scoring. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Capitals versus Pittsburgh Penguins. A long-standing and once fiercely competitive rivalry will reignite this Saturday at PPG Paints Arena as the Pittsburgh Penguins welcome the Washington Capitals. The Penguins, currently struggling, find themselves near the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings with just 55 points through 57 games. Despite their struggles, they remain within striking distance of a playoff spot, trailing by only 6 points. Their recent form has been inconsistent, with a 4-5-1 record in their last 10 games. On the other hand, the Capitals are flying high, sitting atop the Eastern Conference with 80 points through 55 games. Washington has been in strong form lately, going 6-1-3 in their last 10 contests, and they'll need to maintain that momentum to fend off challengers like Florida and Carolina for the top seed. The matchup between the Washington Capitals and Pittsburgh Penguins is scheduled for Saturday, February 22, 2025, at PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. The Capitals have been dominant this season, leading the Eastern Conference with 80 points and holding a comfortable 10-point lead over the Carolina Hurricanes in the Metropolitan Division. Their offense has been one of the best in the league, averaging 3.56 goals per game, while their defense has been equally impressive, ranking fourth with just 2.49 goals allowed per game. Goaltender Logan Thompson has been a key contributor, posting a 24-7 record with a 2.23 goals against average. In contrast, the Penguins have had a disappointing season, sitting 7th in the Metropolitan Division with a 23-25-9 record. Their defense has been a major issue, ranking last in the league by allowing 3.44 goals per game, and their offense has been inconsistent, failing to score more than 3 goals in any of their last 8 games. Goaltender Alex Nedeljkovic has managed a 12-14 record with a 2.93 goals against average, but he's faced an uphill battle behind a struggling team. Given the Capitals' strong performance on both ends of the ice and the Penguins' defensive woes, Washington enters this game as the clear favorite. The Capitals' balanced scoring attack, led by Alex Ovechkin's 26 goals, combined with their solid defensive play and reliable goaltending, gives them a significant edge over a Pittsburgh team that has struggled to find consistency. However, the Penguins have historically risen to the occasion in rivalry games, winning 5 of the last 9 matchups against the Capitals. Additionally, 13 of their 23 wins this season have come at home, suggesting they could put up a fight. That said, the Capitals have been nearly unstoppable on the road, with 19 wins away from home and points earned in 9 of their last 10 games. They also dominated the Penguins in their most recent meeting, winning 4-1 last month. Washington has been competitive in almost every game this season, making them a tough opponent to overcome. The Capitals have had the upper hand in recent games at PPG Paints Arena, outscoring the Penguins 10-3 in their last 2 visits. 5 of the last 6 matchups between these teams have been decided by more than 1 goal, highlighting the growing gap between the two sides. Pittsburgh's goaltending situation has been unstable, and facing one of the league's top scoring offenses could spell trouble for the Penguins. While surprises can happen in hockey, the Capitals are well positioned to handle this game, especially with Sidney Crosby's status uncertain due to injury. Unless the Penguins can dramatically improve their performance, particularly on defense, the Capitals are likely to take advantage and further solidify their position atop the division. So the Washington Capitals money line is our full game side pick. Washington's defensive strength has been a cornerstone of their success this season, ranking 4th in the NHL with just 2.49 goals allowed per game. Goaltender Logan Thompson has been outstanding, maintaining a 2.23 goals against average. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh's offense has sputtered, failing to score more than 3 goals in any of their last 8 games and ranking 18th in the league with 2.86 goals per game. While the Penguins' defense has been shaky, Alex Nedeljkovic has performed slightly better at home, posting a 2.72 goals against average. The Capitals, however, aren't a high-volume shooting team, ranking 23rd in shots per game. With Washington's efficient offense and Pittsburgh's recent scoring struggles, this game could turn into a tightly contested, low-scoring affair. Given the trends pointing toward a defensive battle, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus New Jersey Devils. It's an interconference tilt on the ice as a pair of teams trying to pick up 2 points collide on the ice in the Garden State when the Dallas Stars take on the New Jersey Devils Saturday night. Dallas cruised to an 8-3 win over San Jose on the road in their previous game back on February 8th. New Jersey blanked Montreal 4-0 on the road in their previous game back on February 8th. In the last 10 meetings between the teams, the Stars own a 6-3-1 advantage, though the Devils earned a 6-2 road win in the most recent matchup, March 14, 2024. Each team went into the break off a win, but the Devils sputtered down the stretch, going 5-5-0 in their last 10, with 2 of their wins coming after regulation. Meanwhile, Dallas is 7-2-1 in their last 10 and should have Oettinger back between the pipes for this contest. The Stars were clicking offensively, piling up at least 4 goals in 5 of their last 6 games. Allen did a solid job against Montreal in their final game before the break, but the fact remains that the drop-off between Markstrom and Allen is noticeable. The first couple of games after the Four Nations face-off likely won't be the best hockey, as some players haven't played in weeks. It likely will be some sloppy hockey, but New Jersey not having Markstrom is a big loss, as Allen isn't as good of a goalie. Oettinger has struggled against New Jersey in his career, but he is one of the best goalies in the NHL and should be able to limit the Devils' offense. The New Jersey Devils and the slightly cheaper price at home is attractive, but they've been a bit underwhelming at times, and it makes them hard to trust against good teams. The Stars have been more consistent at both ends of the ice, and you don't get them at prices this cheap often. The road team has won 7 straight games between the Stars and Devils. The Stars have won 7 of their last 10 games overall, and the offense has shown improvement over the last month. Facing a team like Dallas, who has momentum, plays good defense, and has a solid offensive attack, is too much for the Devils to overcome. So the Dallas Stars money line is our full game side pick. Both of these teams come into the second half of the season in playoff position, but New Jersey will be on home ice. The Devils are 15-9-4 at home this year, while the Stars are 15-11-1 on the road. Dallas finished the first half of the season with a very strong 2 weeks, and they have been one of the best defensive teams in the NHL so far this season. New Jersey has had some trouble stringing wins together recently, but they have even better defensive numbers than the Stars do. Both teams have been under machines this season, with the Stars posting a 30-19-6 mark this season, while the Devils have seen the under post a 36-19-2 mark on the season. Each of these teams are in the top 5 in the league in goals against this season, so it might not take much offense to win here. Dallas allows only 2.74 goals per game as the visiting team this season, while New Jersey allows only 2.36 goals per game at home. The under is 6-3-1 in the last 10 meetings between the teams. After a 2-week break, it will take time to knock the rust off for the skaters. I love how both teams have played defense this year, and I think we are going to see a low-scoring game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.